Marketing's Weekly Five things you need to know about marketing this week. My name is Roger Gallegos. I am the founder and CEO of Beacon Marketing. This week we'll be talking about pivoting, specifically pivoting your marketing efforts in a time of crisis. For us, this video is very timely because at the time we're recording this, the world is going through a global pandemic, COVID-19. So many businesses, large and small, are having to change how they operate, how the services they provide, the customers they serve, how they interact with those customers, and indeed how they promote themselves. So we're going to be talking about steps that you could take to revise and revamp your strategy during tough times. So these steps, I'll be using examples for the COVID-19 pandemic of what we're doing, but they really can be applied to any situation. It does not have to be to the severity of a global pandemic, but so it could be even if you're just struggling or you're going through a tough period of time, or you're a change in your city, or whatever. If you feel there's a time of crisis, whether it's locally or even just for yourself, being able to follow these steps will help you understand how you can move your business forward and how you can continue promoting yourself so you're able to be successful both hopefully in the short term and long term. So let's jump right into the 5 ways you can pivot your marketing efforts during a time of crisis. The step 1 is to stay calm and try to keep a positive attitude. It may be difficult, but as a business leader, that's what you are as an owner, you have to find a way to show that leadership by being calm, by being positive, by showing those that follow you that you are able to lead them through this crisis. Now, that does not mean you cannot have those moments where you allow yourself to feel down a bit or even grieve, depending on the situation. But try to find a moment to do that on your own, or a trusted confidant that you can say, I'm going to vent to you a little bit. But that public facing, when you're facing your employees or your business partners, or even anybody who's associated with your business, you want to have that calm demeanor, that positive attitude. So do whatever you have to do to do that, whether it's listening to motivating music or videos on YouTube, going out for exercising, running, walking, that type of thing, or listen to music, whatever it is that gets you to that calm, positive place, do so you're able to lead with that calm attitude. So the first step is to stay calm. Second step is to reassess your goals. Now, what I mean by that is a lot of businesses like to set their goals for 6, 12, 18 months in the future, those mid to long-term goals. During that time of crisis, whether you don't know how things are going to happen, so particularly for this COVID-19 crisis, what I'm telling my clients and people that I work with is do what I call shorten the cycle. So instead of going for 6, 12, 18 months in the future, take it week by week and month by month. So set 3 to 6 week goals, and maybe 8 to 12 week goals. So what you're doing, you're saying, this is what we're trying to accomplish, smaller things in shorter periods of time. That way you're able to celebrate the victories a little bit quicker. You're able to accomplish those things a little bit easier. And then that way, if you have to pivot back to things to where they were before the crisis, you're more able to do so because you didn't change things too much. Or if, unfortunately, things get a little bit worse, they take the turn for the side, you could again augment your goals to fit the situation a little bit better. So reassess your goals, shorten that cycle, and do it to meet the demands of the moment. The next thing is update your target audience. Now, it may be the same audience, but in a lot of cases, depending on your business or where you're at, your market, you could broaden or narrow your audience. So maybe you see some opportunity to say, let's broaden our audience. Let's try to serve more people. Or in the case of what Beacon Marketing is doing, we actually narrowing our audience a bit because we cannot go speak to local people, go to like networking events or even sometimes door to door, because we just can't during that time of quarantine during the COVID-19 pandemic. So we are changing our methods to be more online, to target those clients, to serve more of virtual services, which I'll get to in a bit. But that is what we're targeting. We're targeting those type of audiences. So you're going to have to shift your audience and change it during a time of crisis, most likely. So understand how you could do that. So your audience is that third step. The fourth step is revise your audiences to fit revise your services or products to fit the needs of your target audience. So I just said that Beacon Marketing, we're going after a more online audience, maybe a younger audience. So we have my wife and I sat down for the last couple of weeks, and we're creating services and products that we could provide virtually a little bit easier, so people could download them and do more things with them. So first off, keep an eye out for those. We'll be releasing those soon. But you want to develop and revise your services to fit the needs of your audience based off the time period, that crisis that you're in. So make sure you do that. The last thing you want to do is, after you do all these things, reassess your goals, update your target audience, revise your strategy, revise your services, update your marketing strategy, because all those things, you're already halfway there. So what you want to do is you want to go back to your strategy and say, okay, what sort of content we're going to deliver? What marketing channels are we going to put out there? Are we going to we're going to do more video, more blogs, or more emails? How are we going to target a potential new audience or promote these new services? You want to update those things, because even during a time of crisis, you still want to get the most of your marketing investment by having your actions planned out. Okay, so quick recap is stay calm, reassess your goals, update your target audience, revise your services if needed to fit the needs of your audience, and then after everything, update your marketing strategy so you're able to get the most from the time, money, and effort that you're putting in to promoting your business. So that's it. Let me know what you think about pivoting marketing. Have you had to do some of these things? And if so, how's it going for you so far? What changes have you made? Do you need any help with those changes? As always, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. In the description below, I'll include the links to the blog, which this week it's going to be going into detail on how to revise your marketing strategy during a time of crisis. Also below will be a link to a free 30-minute discovery session where I help you understand where you're at with your marketing and one or two things you could do to propel yourself forward. And then also sign up for my weekly newsletter, which I send out every Monday afternoon. Some good information to help you through the week, help promote yourself more effectively, efficiently, so you get the more from your marketing efforts. Again, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Roger Gallegos. This has been Beacon Marketing's Weekly 5 things you need to know about marketing. Talk to you next week.